What have you made of MS Dhoni this season? His performances and MS Dhoni, the captain. Now we are so accustomed to seeing MS Dhoni, the captain, no matter whichever sort of a team that he had, he would ensure that they punch above their weight. This time, for most part of this IPL, even MS, the skipper, has looked helpless. What have you made of MS, the batter and skipper, in this season so far?
Well, look, I think in sport, and particularly in cricket, if you're batting really well and you spend some time at the non-strikers end in any form of the game, you don't get strike because the other batter is batting 5 balls, they're taking a single of the 6th ball. You don't get much of the strike. Then even if you've batted well, even if you've got a 30 of just maybe 20 deliveries before that, you suddenly have lost the rhythm because you have been stuck at the non-strikers end. Now for MS Dhoni, he hasn't played since the last IPL. It's never going to be easy for him to be able to come and start hitting the ball out the middle of the bat straight away. He's done that a couple of times, but not as consistently and as regularly as he was doing. So, as far as that batting aspect is concerned, that is where I think he's had a little issue. As far as wicket keeping is concerned, absolutely no issues whatsoever because he, is still lightning quick and he's been making some brilliant stumpings. And as far as the captaincy is concerned, look, a captain is any captain, any coach is only as good as his team is. So if you have a good team, the captain and the coach look very good. If you don't have a good team, then the captain doesn't look good, the coach doesn't look good. And at this particular point of time, the CSK team is not a team that anybody fears, and which is the reason why they are in that position that they find themselves in.
In hindsight, Saiba, if you were to look back, do you reckon that it was a wise decision for him to have played this season, or do you think it's one season too many for him?
Look, any player takes a decision basically, not so much about himself. He takes a decision what is likely to be good for the team, and whatever decision MSG took as far as playing this season is concerned, it would have only been about what would be good for CSK. And any future decision that he takes will also be dependent totally on what is good for CSK, and not necessarily what is good for he himself.
That brings me to my next question. What do you reckon should be next year's plan for CSK? Look beyond MS Dhoni.
First and foremost, first and foremost, they're going to get their auction strategy right. I'm not too sure that their scouting team is as good as the scouting teams of the other teams. That said, we must not the scouts must not rely only on, say, the Jharkhand League or the UP League or some other league, because over there to hit the sixes on small grounds against pretty ordinary bowling is not the way to pick your players. Look at all those who have been such big hitters in all these leagues. Apart from the odd one, just about everybody fails. Why? Because they're playing international quality bowling. So if you have to look at anybody, you've got to look at some of the bowlers more than anything else. And you've got to strengthen that bowling attack, because look, if your bowling attack is such where the bowlers can, restrict the opposition, keep getting wickets. And that, if you go to now the Mumbai Premier League is also going to start at the end of this IPL. So I would imagine that whoever you want to see, you want to look at the bowlers more than the batters. Because over there, or like I said, any league, Tamil Nadu Premier League or the Karnataka Premier League or, Orissa Premier League or whatever leagues that are being played, Delhi Premier League, don't look at only the batters. The batters will smash it around. But when it comes, because the bowling attack is not that testing, but the bowlers, because it's a tough format for them, T20 is a tough format for them. The bowlers who bowl well are the ones that you should be looking to pick.
That brings me to the next question, Saibai. One, you talk about the strategy, and you're absolutely right in terms of things that they really need to get it right. But in terms of, keeper batter, would you like to see MS give another season, or do you think that this probably is the end of the road for him?
For me, individually, I'd like to see him play forever.
And for CSK?
Well, that is for MSD and CSK to decide.